being unattractive was my superpower. And for years, this used to be me, right? Skinny, out of shape. Every time I used to try to speak to women, they'd ignore me, they'd ghost me, probably wouldn't even give me like the time of day, right? And I felt invisible. And every time I used to look into the mirror, I was like, yo, like, I just didn't like how I looked. I didn't like how I felt. And I constantly just compared myself to every other guy. But looking back, right, being unattractive became my superpower, bro. Because it forced me to develop something that most people would never do. And without it, I never would have transformed my confidence, my body, or my life. So that being said, let's just get straight into the fucking video, you get me? Okay, so this was me, right? Skinny, unattractive, weren't getting no matches, wasn't getting no opportunities in life, wasn't even in the right headspace, right? I was always negative about myself, right? And the truth is, when you're at the bottom, right, you're unattractive, right? And you're comparing yourself to all these other attractive people. But when you're at the bottom of the barrel, the only way is up, right? The only way is up, right? And you might see that as a negative, but I see that as a positive, right? I seen that opportunity as a positive. Really enough here, now that I'm older, right? Just think about when you was in high school or when you was in school, right? And I was never truly the popular kid, right? I wasn't the attractive guy. I was the unattractive guy that just existed, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I was popular, but I wouldn't say that I was not popular. I was just there, like an average kid, in it, you know what I'm saying? And now that I've grown up, right, and I've actually worked on myself and I've developed the person that I truly need to become, right? Weirdly enough, I'm not trying to compare myself, but this is what I see now, right? Now, the people that were popular back in school, now that I see them now, right? The attractive kids, the people that are popular, the people that got all the attention when they were younger, right? They are all out of shape now, right now. They're all fat. Most of them are not even doing what they're supposed to be doing. Most of them are not even grabbing life by its neck, right? But you being unattractive, bro, you've become the underdog, right? Because back then, you didn't get much attention, right? We didn't get much popularity. We didn't get much girls. We didn't get much opportunities. We wasn't favorited by the teachers and that. And you are the underdog, right? I was the underdog. We're both in the same path. We are the underdogs, right? This is the time where you can truly start to focus on character development, right? Because when you're the underdog, right, when you're unattractive, right, and we start actually implementing the things that we need to, like for example, I took my health seriously. I wanted to get in physical shape. I wanted to be a lot more attractive, right? So I took my whole physique to a whole new level, right? My grooming, back then, but I used to rock a beard, right? That beard was fucking, it was horrendous, but I was looking like a fucking terrorist, you know what I'm saying? My point is, bro, I started to take care of myself. I started to groom myself, right? I knew, like, you know what? I need a completely new look. I need to completely transform my facial hair. So now I've got the goatee and the mustache, bro, looking so much more better, right? When you are unattractive, right, this forces you to start working on yourself, right? Because people get complacent. The kids back in school, right, they all got complacent. They got all the attention when they were younger, but they all got complacent, right? Whereas we, right, the underdogs, bro, we're going for this shit, right? We're trying to make ourselves better every single day. We're doing self-development every single day. We need to work on our confidence, right? We need to work on our physique. We need to work on education. We need to work on our career, our finance, right? We start taking ourselves a lot more seriously and we want to level up. And it created this hunger in me, right? That I just want to make sure I create the best version of myself, man. Physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. And when you got this hunger in you, right? It forces you to grow. You need to grow your physique, bro. Like, you know, every time I go to the gym now, I always think about my younger self, right? I think about what would my younger self be doing right now? You know what I'm saying? And that energy there should force you to literally force you to grow, right? So now I'm in the gym, I'm banging weights out, bro. I'm pushing towards failure, right? And people might say that as a bad thing, like, oh yeah, you don't need to go crazy in the gym. You don't need to, force your growth. But the truth is, when you have this hunger in you, right, you have no choice but to go up. You have no choice but to succeed, right? Like in my bone now, there is no choice of failure. There's only lessons, right? Even for you, if you're that underdog right now, and you're unattractive right now, you can make yourself super attractive by actually taking care of yourself, by actually showing up for yourself, by eating good foods and make sure you're eating healthily, by taking your physical health to a whole new level, right? That pain and that hunger will drive you all the way to where you need to be, right? And this is the power I'm talking about. When you are unattractive and you're not in the right headspace, right? The only place that we can go up is up, right? The only place that we can go is forward, right? We don't go backwards anymore. We only go forward. And when I made my own transformation, right, I started to read books, bro. Like the first book I read was Atomic Habits. That was basically teaching you how to master your habits, right? And how to create new habits. And that book I learned so much from, right? Because since I've read that book, right, I've mastered how to create the person I want to become, right? I knew for me to build a physique, it's not about injecting yourself with steroids and doing all this bullshit. No, it's about doing something on a daily basis that's going to get you the results. And Atomic Habits was literally such a great book, man. I'd recommend, if you guys like to read books, definitely jump on books and definitely read Atomic Habits, because that's like the first book I read, and that literally changed my whole habit system. I created a system to create habits, right? And when you start implementing new habits, right, like for me was staying consistent with the gym, right? Having a routine for my gym sessions. So I'm not just freestyling my sessions. I go to the gym on the same time, doing in the same place, doing the same thing on a day to day basis. So your habits are your everything, right? You can transform your whole fucking life by installing the right habits. I'm telling you, bro, you don't have to be unattractive. You won't stay in that unattractive phase. Most attractive people get very complacent. They get comfortable in their situation, right? When you're unattractive, you're uncomfortable. It forces you to make big changes. It forces you to grow. It forces you to take life a bit more seriously and actually start putting in the efforts that you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Right? And once you get to that attractive state, like right now I know I'm attractive, not in a big-headed way or not in an egotistical way. But I mean, like, I still think about my younger self because I know that hunger is going to drive me to do more. We don't want to be comfortable. That's the truth, right? We always want to be growing, okay? And you being unattractive right now in this moment will be the best thing in your life. You can change your life like a switch, bro. I promise you, because I did this shit. I'm a great example of this shit. I'm doing this shit still. I'm still consistent. I'm still banging out weights. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still focused on trying to improve my style, improve my confidence. I'm still educating myself. I'm still trying to become the best version of myself, right? And this is the superpower that we'll always have, because we've felt both sides of the coin. We know how it feels to be unattractive. Now that we've made that transformation, we know how it feels to be attractive, right? But my point is, we're the underdogs and we can get whatever the fuck we want in this life, right? But it's up to us. But it's up to us to build our best version of ourselves. You get me? So that being said, I hope you got some value out of this video. Let me know in the comment section down below on what stage you're at as well, because I want to hear it as well. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate your time and I'll see you guys in the next video.